My name is Eliza Sylvia, and I am currently a graduate student here at the University of Guelph. I would like to welcome you to the Ontario Agricultural College and Ontario Veterinary College Convocation ceremony this afternoon. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduates, and we take great pride in this convocation. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the proceedings today. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. In general, the gowns for the baccalaureate and magistrate degrees are black, and the color of the hood is different for each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have a bright blue gown, and the honorary degrees are red. The University of Guelph crest, which you see on the curtains behind me and shown on the cover of your convocation program, also represents our specific history. The emblems in the crest show links of the royal city of Guelph through the white stallion above, the connection to liberal arts through the book, to the sciences through the astrolabe, and our connection to abundance in agriculture through the cornucopia. The University of Guelph motto, Rerum cognis causas, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to either be, happy is the one able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. The procession of people into the hall is also influenced by ancient tradition. The piper will herald the start of the procession of graduates, the students who are coming to graduate today. This will be followed by the arrival of the mace, leading the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority and of the University of Guelph and will be carried by the beadle. The medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is a ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the provost, members of the administration and honoraries, fellows of the university, members of the board and Senate, and members of faculty and staff. The degrees will be conferred in the order that you see in your program. The degrees are separated by categories representing the specific degree being awarded within the college. We will begin with doctorates and magisteriates, followed by baccalaureate, and the name reader will be present scholars to the provost by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be videoed, and technology willing, there will be a simultaneous live cast of the event to follow family members and friends to watch from a distance. The provost will greet each student at the center stage, and a photograph will be taken. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your applause until after each group of graduates has crossed the stage. There will be an opportunity for a truly thunderous applause. Once all the degrees are conferred and the cheers are cheered, the provost will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. Please remain standing during the recessional until all platform party has proceeded out of the hall. Our colleagues from the Alumni Affairs are hosting a social media program developed especially for convocation. Please share your photos, memories, and advice with graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. Finally, may I be the first person to congratulate the graduates on their various successes and offer my congratulations to the family and friends who are here to support them. Welcome to the convocation at the University of Guelph.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
On this day of celebrated accomplishment, we pause and reflect on our place in this world. Today, we acknowledge the Attawandaron people on whose traditional territory the University of Guelph now resides. And we offer our respect to their Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Métis neighbors. On this day that marks the end of a journey, we give thanks for the friendships and the relationships that have been forged along the way. We are grateful for all those who have supported us, faculty, staff, mentors, and families. For we could not have made it here on our own. I invite you, each in your own way, to take a moment of silence, to reflect, to recognize that for which you are grateful, to offer a prayer. As we step into a new tomorrow, may the knowledge that we have gained here be coupled with wisdom and infused with compassion and clothed with humility, that we might contribute to the flourishing of all humanity, that we might embrace the forgotten, enhance the sustainability of all things, and fully discover together what it means to be human. May grace and peace abound. You may be seated.
Members of the board, honorary fellows, and faculty of the university, family, friends, and most of all, graduates. I extend a particular welcome today to our convocation speaker, Dr. Brady Deaton. Welcome to the celebration of convocation at the University of Guelph. My name is Charlotte Yates, and I have the honor of being the Vice President Academic and Provost of the University of Guelph. And I'm honored to be the host of today's convocation, and I welcome you to this convocation. First off, graduates, this is a milestone in your life. It's an exciting day, and you all look a little nervous, maybe a little grim, or is it a big day? You should be celebrating. You've worked hard, you've been through a lot. It's an incredible challenge, and you've had to meet challenge after challenge to get here today. And so as a result, that perseverance, that intelligence, that determination has brought you here today. So congratulations. So I have the pleasure to offer a few opening remarks. So most of you, today we often think fast, do things faster. We've all heard that expression. Yet very rarely do we say to someone, think slow, slow down. But my main message today is twofold. We need to think fast and we need to think slow. As a professor for almost 30 years and provost for the last 2, I'm interested in how the mind works. And particularly as a parent of university-age children like yourself, I believe that your minds are different from those of your parents and my generation. I see how you absorb information, how you interact with and work with technology. Older generations, and I would include myself in that, sadly to say, I often will say this as a distraction. Is it really that important? Is this meaning a lack of your attention? Yet I think it tells us something very different about you. You are coping with a world in which there's an incredible amount of information available to you. And that information is constantly changing. And there's a lot of it. Because with that new technology, we are bombarded as well with information from not just our own environment, but from many environments, both nationally and internationally. So your brains, your minds have had to adapt to a very fast-paced world. And today, we're navigating what we might call a river of knowledge, one that grows larger and flows faster every day and every year. New ideas come at us all the time, new innovations, new ways to connect the dots and to understand or be challenged by the world around us. And we need to process information more quickly, and we need to process more diverse pieces of information. And that challenges us to think faster, and what I might call engage in reactive thinking. Reactive thinking is when, as you're driving a car, you negotiate the twists and turns of the road from moment to moment. You must think fast, you must react. But there is another kind of thinking which we mustn't forget, and that's reflective thinking or slow thinking. It takes a more big picture, strategic view. On the road, reflective thinking is what enables you to decide to take this road or that one. In our fast-paced world, universities are increasingly important places for both kinds of thinking. Reactive thinking that addresses the problems and the immediate issues of today, whether your exam or the paper that's due, but also reflective thinking is also what we encourage at the university, that arises from the here and now, but asks us to take a longer, more strategic view, to consider tomorrow and the day after. As students at the University of Guelph, you have benefited during the past few years from an environment that has challenged your thinking, an environment that nurtures freedom of thought and expression and inquiry, an environment that promotes and supports openness to new ideas and different ideas, one that invites varied perspectives on a single problem or opportunity. We tried to encourage you to use both reactive and reflective thinking. We stress the kind of thinking that enables you not just to provide the right answers, but also to ask the right questions. We've looked to nurture thinking that is disciplined and thinking that is interdisciplinary, that draws upon diverse experiences, points of view, methodologies, and theoretical approaches. That kind of thinking is ever more important in a world where the problems we face are complex, they're large, and in some ways they seem unsolvable. So we need many minds with different perspectives to solve those big problems. And we need not just like minds, but unlike minds from varied backgrounds and perspectives. This is where we engage in debate, discussion, disagreement, but through that, we learn from that. There's a proverb that says something like, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. You're about to discover a whole new phase of your life. You're about to leave a place which has been, I hope, a place you've called home for many years. And now you're about to take a step into the next phase of your life. Go together. Think fast and think slow. Congratulations and thank you. So we're very fortunate. Oh, I forgot my mic is on. We'll see. Brady Deaton is a professor in the Department of Food, Agricultural and Resource Economics at the University of Guelph. And he also holds the McCain Family Chair in Food Security. His research focuses on land resources in food production, economic development, and environmental quality. I am pleased to invite Dr. Deaton to give the convocation address.
Graduates, I pray that your journey is a long one. It's my great pleasure and honor to be with you here today. Congratulations. Congratulations to the friends and the family that are all gathered here today. You are all such an important part of this day. And let me say that there are those who cannot be here with us today, perhaps because they couldn't make it, perhaps because they are no longer with us. They too dreamed of this day, and I want to give great congratulations to them. And congratulations to my fellow faculty and staff. This is a celebration for us all. Now, graduates, I pray that your journey is a long one, but I promise that my remarks here today will be short. I want to focus my remarks to what I believe will be one of your greatest challenges: keeping the main thing the main thing. Let me say that again. It is a challenge to keep the main thing the main thing. Now, what is the main thing will, of course, differ for each of us. In a minute, I'm going to talk about the importance of relationships with the people that you interact with. But whatever your main thing is, keeping it front and center will require continued self-examination and mindfulness of priorities. Fortunately, your education prepares you well for this challenge. Indeed, all of you will recognize self-examination, continual inquiry, and mindfulness as key components of your education here at Guelph. And now, like never before, you will need to build on this training. Amidst the distractions of tweeting and texting, hanging out, alternative facts, fake news, ever-breaking news, the constant distractions of retractions, and the still familiar, all too familiar refrain of "I can't get no satisfaction." Your education training stance is one of the greatest defenses against following the lesser things, of not keeping the main thing the main thing. I say this because the University of Guelph has helped prepare you to address a host of important questions that are critical to the well-being of our country and the world: food supply and food safety, food security, plant and human health, soil and seed development, environmental quality, economic development, water quality, exploring the genome, inventing new techniques and technologies. All of these are critical, and I could go on and on. But your education has not only prepared you to address issues like these, but you are prepared to stay mindful of the questions posed by the first educators, the great philosophers who believed that educational challenge was to discover what is the good life, the main thing, if you will. Almost everything will potentially distract you from this question. I want to submit to you one fundamental aspect of the main thing that I have personally struggled to stay mindful of, and that is the importance of relationships with people you know, and sometimes equally important, those you don't know in the community around you, the communities where you will work, perhaps raise a family, recreate with friends, and participate in your civic duty. To emphasize this point, I'd like to ask the graduates to stand up. Please stand up. And I'd like you to turn around and face the communities where you will work and live, and the family and friends that are sitting around you that are part of today's community. Please remain standing for a moment. Now, I'd like to ask anybody under the age of, let's say, 18, if you have a small child, parent, if you're with a small child, please stand up, to stand up. Please stand up. Yeah, stand up proud. Get in the aisle if you have to. All right? Some future February day, these children will also be commencing on a journey of their own. And between now and then, what you will do, whether you know them or not, whether it's through a great deed or a kind word, what you do will matter. Now I'd like to ask everybody to stand up, please. Everybody. Keep standing, graduates. Graduates, we all commit to this commencement with you. We're eager to see where your road and journey takes you, whether your road be straight or winding. We are eager for you to keep us posted. We are here to support you. Please keep in touch, whether it's through social media or an old-fashioned phone call. And I want to draw your attention now to the doorways and the windows, the world that you will leave today. And I want you to keep in mind the power of your interaction with people to shape them in ways that you cannot know fully, that you cannot anticipate, whether it is by a great deed or whether it is through the kind words or the everyday interactions with people. It's important to keep in mind. This will require all of your educational training, mindfulness, self-examination, and continual inquiry if we, metaphorically speaking, are to be an important part of the good life in keeping the main thing the main thing. Okay, please sit. I'll conclude on a personal note. Recently, my family and I became citizens of Canada. All right. At our swearing-in ceremony, a veteran of World War II told us about a story of his infantry as they liberated Europe. He told us that as he went through the European towns, liberating town after town, that he was surprised that his infantrymen would call out inquiring about a relative that they knew, perhaps a great uncle, a grandparent, a close friend. And it struck him as they went through these different towns and cities, how different the pasts were of the infantrymen that he shared this mission with. But it also struck him how, although their paths were very different, they shared a very common effort, and that was shaping a much better future. And I think a similar truth runs through this commencement today. You all came here from very different paths. But you leave here today with your relationships forged by the great educational opportunities provided to you by the University of Guelph. And you will shape a great future for our children, for all of us, and people that we cannot know. I pray that your journey is a long one. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Deaton, for the convocation address. Now is the time you've been waiting for. Will the graduating class please rise? Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph, that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I hereby accept you for admission to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto.
Will members of the graduating class please be seated? As the AVP of Graduate Studies at the University of Guelph, I am doubly delighted to witness Convocation today. Firstly, I'm pleased to see some of our 2,500 graduate students complete their master's and doctoral degrees following what can constitute years of determined study and research. Secondly, I'm delighted by the prospect of recruiting some of these newly completed undergraduates into our graduate programs. As such, I would love to applaud each graduate. Unfortunately, I must exercise restraint and ask you, similarly, to hold your collective applause until after the presentation of each of the degree programs. Of course, if you wish to express your emotions in some audible manner as your graduate walks across the stage, we would encourage you to do so. Thank you. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College, that they may be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Brian Charles Brixa. Virginia Edith Cap-Morteris. Teresa Casey. There you go. Rebecca Catherine Elskamp. Jamie Marie Hooft. Thank you. Michelle Elizabeth Hunniford. Cindy Jeton. That's okay. Daniel Kim. Cora Elizabeth Sarah Laux. Nikolai Rippin. Okay. Please join me in congratulating these doctorates from the Ontario Agricultural College. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Veterinary College that they be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Fazil James Aliba. Emily Ann Beatrice Gilbert. Shanmuga Sundaran Karupu Sami. Sarah Isabel Marie Lepage. Anya Stoshin Carter. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the Ontario Veterinary College that she may be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Veterinary Science. Juliana Bonin Ferreira. And Maria Astrid Oskos Snowball. Please join me in congratulating these scholars. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College that she may be admitted to the degree of Master of Environmental Sciences. Andrea Curley. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they be admitted to the degree of Master of Science. Nagwa Ali. Michelle Hope Arsenault. Sonia Babik. Carrie Sue Boucher. Robin Elizabeth Crossley. Katharika Dayananda. Allison Deng. Azma El Barhami. Natasha Dimitra Germanicos. Chloe Elizabeth Gressel. Enzu Gu. Ansdeep Kapoor. Anna Shevjinsky. Janelle Kendra Kuska. William Lee. Mohammed Mas. Kayla Marilyn Murray. Peter Mitchell Noel. Natalia Piarata. Lilia Serpa. Laura Catherine Santoben. Bu Sing Tan. Deanna Walter. Kaushala Wei J. Kerupu. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you this scholar, two scholars? One scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College that she may be admitted to the degree of Master of Science Planning. Jasmine Hall. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Veterinary College that they be admitted to the degree of Master of Public Health. Patricia Corin. Brendan Doherty. Michelle Grace Dukeman. Amanda Lopriato. Kelsey Luton. Julia Sohn. Lavinia Tofan. Sonia Vukovic. Justine Wallace. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Veterinary College, that they be admitted to the degree of Master of Science. Emily Bellage. Jessica Lindsay Walsh. Please join me in congratulating the scholars.
Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College, that she may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Bioresource Management. Stephanie Franco. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College. She may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours Program. Abira Rizwan. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College, that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours Program. Morgan Elizabeth Davis. Nicole Patricia Claire Durbridge. Hannah Iris Garbig. Daisy Goulard. Amy Kwok. Brian Douglas Little. Philip Hay Wah Mack. Jordan Elizabeth Mayfield with distinction. Daniel Rothschild. Victoria Emily Ann Stewart. Catherine Elizabeth Stone. Carissa Marie Toole. Tamara Brianna Valenti. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture Honours Program. Alexandra Lynn Carpenter. Leah Nicole Elizabeth Corden. Michael Douglas Howard Corden. Curtis Renwick Hazel. Rebecca Marie Jenin. Alana Grace Clegus. Emma Margaret Lamour. Brendan Alexander Metzger with distinction. Cameron Mark Ogilvie with distinction. Alex Rosenfeld. Jenna Smith. Sarisa Su Chung Tam. Christine Elizabeth Wyville. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences Honours Program. Andrew Daniel Edmonds with distinction. Jacqueline Elizabeth Metcalf. Nina Raj. Alexandra Nicole Stinson. Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College that he may be granted the Associate Diploma in Turfgrass Management. Ryan Gray Woodworth. Please join me in congratulating all of these graduates from the Ontario Agricultural College.
Madam Provost, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the Ontario Veterinary College that she may be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. Siobhan O'Sullivan. Please join me in congratulating this scholar.
Madam Provost, I would ask that you confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present. Well, graduates, you did it. Let's have another round of applause. And welcome all of you. Congratulations, but welcome. You are now part of the Griffin family, our alumni family, which is a growing family. Believe it or not, more than 1,000 new graduates are joining that family this week. The University of Guelph alumni now number 125,000 around the world. So whether you're getting on a plane or walking down a street in a strange city, it's just possible you'll find another Griffin and you'll have something to share with them, the experience of being here on campus. We are all proud of your accomplishments here at the University of Guelph, and look forward to seeing how the foundations you have developed as a student will support you in the future. This is the first step of many. It's the end of one journey and the beginning of another. We want to celebrate your achievements and successes and hope you will stay in touch. Remember, we're not very far away. Email us, call us, or come and visit when you're in the area. Graduates, you've made many memories here, including today's ceremony. And remember this as well. Your time as a student is a short one. You are a Griffin forever. This concludes our formal convocation ceremony. The college deans will host a tea for all graduates and their guests in Creelman Hall. I would like to encourage you all to go to this celebration. It's nice to see your old friends again. Many of you won't be seeing each other as much as you have done in the last few years. And of course, to introduce your family and friends to the people that you met here on campus, and hopefully some of your professors. Graduates, once you have taken all your photographs, could I ask you to please return your gown and your hoods to the basement where you assembled earlier. We are hosting 6 convocation ceremonies this week. Waiting outside is a group of another set of families eager to see their graduates cross the stage. So if I could ask you to help prepare the hall for their arrival, please exit to the doors to my right and my left so that then they can begin to assemble in the hour to come. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the ceremony. Congratulations, graduates. Enjoy today. You deserve to celebrate your successes. Convocation is dismissed.